So George Romero frequently used in his films, especially Night of the Living Dead, but all the way up through Dawn of the Dead and Creepshow, he frequently used what's known as library music or production music. The first examples of these are these two reels that are in the, or these two discs that are in the back, which were known as audition discs, that were sent out to all the radio stations, audio production, film production companies that would use stock music in order to, they would call these needle drop cues, because they could have a long playing record like this that had maybe 20 minutes up per side of all similar sounding music. So like these particular discs are like suspense and action. And these two records are ones that George actually, these aren't the ones that he used, but they are the same reels that he would have picked music cues from. So these two LPs here contain actual cues that are used in Night of the Living Dead. And one of his producing partners, Carl Hardman, had all of these discs in-house because he was a radio producer or an audio producer for radio, and would have used these on commercials and other productions that he needed stock music for. So this was the one area that when they were making Night of the Living Dead, they couldn't actually, the filmmakers actually didn't have the expertise to do themselves, so they went with library music. The same with one of these reels. This reel is the Capitol High Q Library. You could go to Capitol Records. It's a division of Capitol Records. There's the Capitol Tower. And you just license all of this music. And it was used in programs from the 1950s, like a lot of the Westerns share the same, that were on television. A lot of those Westerns share the same music that was used in Night of the Living Dead. So it would have been something that, a style of music that George would have been comfortable with, having seen it on TV as a younger person. And so he just knew how to utilize that in his production. Then as he got, several films under his belt, and then was working on Dawn of the Dead, these records here, with the more colorful jackets, these are from Music to Wolf, which is a UK library, music library. And these records also contain music that was used in Dawn of the Dead. This particular one here, this is the back. This one was signed by George and also his production partner, Michael Gornick. And Mr. Gornick would have been the one to go through whatever records they had on hand and pick music tracks that he thought George would be interested in. And then George was the one who actually edited the different pieces in place.